Welcome to Code of Ethics Pertaining to Conflicts of Interest for College Employees Training. Today we will be discussing Atlantic Cape Community College's Policy Number 803. This Code of Ethics pertains to all Atlantic Cape Community College's employees. Standards of Ethics. No employee shall have any interest, financial or otherwise, direct or indirect, or engage in any business or transaction or professional activity which is in substantial conflict with the proper discharge of the employee's duties to the college. In this case, an employee means any person compensated for full or part-time employment services rendered to the college. No employee shall use his or her official position to secure unauthorized privileges or advantages for himself or herself or others. No employee shall act in his or her official capacity in any college matter in which the employee or an immediate family member of the employee has a direct or indirect financial interest that might reasonably be expected to impair the employee's objectivity or independence of judgment. In this case, an immediate family member shall be interpreted as defined by the Internal Revenue Code of the United States. No employee shall undertake any employment or engage in any business, transaction, service, or professional activity, whether compensated or not, which may reasonably be expected to impair the employee's objectivity or independence of judgment in the exercise of his or her official duties of the college. No employee shall accept, directly or indirectly, any gift, favor, service, or other things of value under circumstances from which it might be reasonably inferred, or which the employee knows or has reason to believe is offered for the purpose of influencing the discharge of his or her duties to the college. No employee shall knowingly create an impression or suspicion among the public that he or she may be engaged in conduct violating his or her trust as a public employee. No employee shall appear on behalf of a party not affiliated with the college in any matter before the college, or in a proceeding involving the college before other public agencies. Nothing contained herein shall preclude an employee from appearing on behalf of a student, employee, or employee organization of the college. No employee shall use or allow to be used his or her public office or employment or any information not generally available to members of the public which the employee receives in the course of or by reason of the employee's office or employment to secure financial gain, unauthorized privileges, advantages, or employment for himself or herself or his or her immediate family members or others with whom the employee is associated. No employee shall engage in an amorous relationship with a student for whom the employee has a professional responsibility as a teacher, advisor, evaluator, or supervisor. The primary work obligation of a full-time employee of the college is to the college. This code of ethics shall not preclude outside employment undertaken by a full-time employee during his or her annual leave or vacation periods, provided that the outside employment does not constitute a conflict of interest. This code of ethics shall not preclude outside employment for service in the legislature or board of county commissioners as defined in New Jersey Statutes Annotated 18A:6-8.1 and 18A:6-8.2, provided the same is reported as required by Section 5 of this Code of Ethics. Continuing outside employment means outside employment or business activity which requires that the employee renders services, furnish goods, or devote time to a business, professional practice, or other employer or client on a recurring basis. Continuing outside employment does not include an isolated commitment to serve as a guest lecturer or a singular instance of providing service or labor. If you have any questions about continuing outside employment, please contact the Human Resources Department. Reporting continuing outside employment. A full-time employee of the college must complete the outside employment form within 30 days after assuming outside employment and submit it to the appropriate cabinet member. All full-time employees of the college will annually complete the outside employment form prescribed by the college. The form shall contain the following: the name of the full-time employee, the dates and hours the planned continuing outside employment will be performed, name, address, and telephone number of the outside employer, type of work to be performed, and the licenses or other governmental authorization necessary to perform the planned continuing outside employment. Conditions on approved outside employment. Outside employment shall not constitute a conflict of interest, occur at a time when the employee is expected to perform his or her assigned duties, diminish the employee's efficiency in performing his or her primary work obligation at the college. For further information, you can refer to Policy 803 on the Atlantic Cape website. And for other questions, please contact the Human Resources Department. Thank you.